and there was a white boy singing.
I'm a Latino, I'm Cuban.
He's Cuban.
So I write a song about little Maria gets knocked up, she gets sprayed, and I gotta hear all this shit.
That song was written by Peter Steele.
With my ideals. I wasn't in the band. You know what I mean? I told him, write this and that, because I left the band. I came back and I did sing the record.
He was in Carnival at that time.
But it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. And people don't want to accept the truth. We're not right-wing. From day one, from United Blood, we have final war. How could you be right-wing and talk about anti-war? Especially
and fascist attitudes.
Fascist attitudes. And can I keep going? Can I keep going? You know, like, there's always been like liberty and justice for. There's no liberty, there's no justice for. That song, #1 on that record track, explains it all.
We knew in America, when I was a fucking kid, we knew Agnostic Front were in a white power band. When we were a kid, we all knew that if Nazis showed up at shows at Agnostic Front shows, they'd get their asses beat. Everybody knew that. Everybody knew that.
It's just a different thing, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't, it's just that we just spoke how we see the world, how we saw the world. I'm sure that's the same thing Modern Threat, Ian would tell you, and Black Flag. Who was that sang of No TP1? No, White Minority. That was
That
was Des Cadena.
Yeah.
You know?
And he was a Puerto Rican guy, right?
Yeah.
But they're considered Irish now, according to a book that I read yesterday.
Are you in a band?
Well, not really.
Let's talk about your band.
We just covered Agnostic Front.
Yeah, exactly. Are you right or you left?
In Croatia, you cannot work in a real conditions for a band. Scene is really shitty down there. If you remember on that tour with US Bombs, you had some problems on the
borders.
Yes.
Me, I never made it to that country.
No, they arrested Chet. And they took him.
And me too, they wouldn't let me in your country.
What's the problem with American bands on European
my problem is I'm from Cuba, and I have a Cuban passport. I'm not from America. I'm like, you know, I was born in Cuba.
And that was the real problem.
I come from a communist country, going to another sort of communist socialist type of place, and they still won't allow me.
No. This is not a communist country. It's a right-wing country.
Is it now?
It's very right-wing.
But I thought they had a Agnostic Front like this. They should have let me in.
Heaven for Agnostic Front. What do you think about Castro and all the sanctions against Cuba?
I think that was stupid because Cuba's such a small island. To focus and put so much energy into that little tiny island, I think it was an embarrassment, just like America just did with Iraq.
Sanctions don't hurt the government. Sanctions hurt the people that live in those countries. You're not hurting the government, you're just hurting those people. So you're not doing any good. Because all you're doing is making those people unite with that government, because then they hate the country even more. So you're pulling them together. What you should do is help those people out as much as possible and show the
usual problems with sanctions. I mean, it always it hurts just people, not the government.
I think we should just all dress up as Charlie Chaplin and walk around.
Al Jules.
And what's the thing about Rudolph Giuliani now?
He's a clown. He's always been a clown. You know, like, people love him because he changed New York City, made it safe for tourists.
Yes, I remember Giuliani, fuck you, but then after the...
Hey, you know, he's going to be president someday. He's going to be the president someday because of September 11th, when he had nothing to do with it. He was cheating on his wife, he had cancer in his balls, the buildings come down, he's a hero. I don't understand. You know what I mean? The thing is...
You tell us.
I don't understand. I live in America, I don't vote. I can't vote. I'm from Cuba. I'm not allowed to vote. And it doesn't even matter if I can vote. Right. Bush proved that to everyone in the whole world. It doesn't matter. Look what happened in Florida.
We're going to prove wrong this time, though.
Yeah.
Well, Kerry is from Massachusetts.
Yeah. Doesn't matter who it is, as long as it ain't Bush.
Yeah.
What do you think about that Fat Mike's project, Punk Quota, or something like that?
You know, he's got some time on his hands, you know what I'm saying? He's having a good time, you know, he's a golfer, you know.
Expectations on European tour?
There's a lot. I'm coming back. I'm finishing this tour to Jockey Breakfast and Disaster. I come back in June for 2 weeks with Agnostic Front. Then I come back in November, December with Agnostic Front. We have a new album with Agnostic Front in September. And be recording a new Disasters record in August and come back after.
Business told us about U.S. tour.
Yes, Business. Tiger Army, the Business, Disasters, and 2 other bands. I think S Minus is on there too. So that's S Minus and U.S. Rock.
Brad Logan.
Bradley just, I'm sick of this shit, man. I ain't doing this no more. And then fucking next, he's on the road, you know. He runs
Lawrence now.
Yeah, something.
Ko će još pitanja?
Samo ti daj, samo ti.
It's hard to be in a band for like 10 years and more.
10 years.
2 decades.
Well,
The Bombs have been around for 10 years.
not only Bombs. I mean, you were in a band since 80s.
Yeah, Shattered Faces.
70s.
Yeah, exactly. 70s.
Yeah, I would say that. I'd say that everybody sitting here. I'd say that everybody sitting here has been doing time in bands for over 20 years.
More than 20. Well, even with the Bruises.
I've been in bands before the Bruises. Since 1983, I've been in bands.
Then your impression.
My impressions of what? Of punk and hardcore, and it's changing, or just like
Just in general.
And being in a band for 20 years.
And being admired still. After 20 years.
From being unadmired to being admired. Now when, and I'll be unadmired again.
It's just grateful that people have grasped
and valleys.
what we've done as bands, and it became such a worldwide alert, you know, that we never thought of this. I've been an agnostic for 21 years. If you would have told me 21 years ago, your band's going to do this all over the world, I would have laughed in your face.
Right. It has all these great T-shirts and everything.
It's just grateful that people have taken to our bands, and it's like a time capsule. And our records they're not dated or anything like that. Any of our bands.
Even Bruises records in Croatia, in Ahol, Ivanić-grad. It's a place with about
10 to 15,000 people.
Kids still love especially early Bruises songs.
Oh yeah.
Not to mention Agnostic Front or U.S. Bombs.
They probably don't even know Shattered Faith though, huh? I'm surprised you do. Sorry?
Well,
I'm surprised that you know Shattered Faith.
I'm a record collector at Pretentious Asshole.
But you see, that's what I mean. It's not dated. You know, like the Bruises record could be new to somebody who just got into it now, as it was to us 10 years ago, or whatever. You know what I mean?
If they listen to it, they would think they're a new band right now, happening.
Same thing if you gave them a new Shattered Faith record. They would have the idea.
Well, Reagan Country, I'm not sure.
Maybe. Actually, there's a label called Finger Records. They're like a new label out in California. And they just put together with all new bands. They put a Shattered Faith song in there. And it sounds just like fucking all the new bands. Actually, all the new bands sound like that.
Yeah.
In other words, they should be paying this motherfucker right here all the royalties for the record.
Did you?
I need some new shit.
What about royalties from your main bands? I mean, not now, but I always heard stories about no royalties from record labels.
They don't like to pay people.
They don't like to pay people. It's been going on for years and years and years. A lot of artists have been ripped off. They make you sign.
Don't call us artists, being honest.
Well, we're bullshit artists. A lot of artists have been ripped off when you sign and then you sell your royalties 50%. Epitaph